This week's test gun is something rather different from the usual. It's the Umarex Beretta CX4 Storm XT kit, distributed in the UK by John Rothery. This CO2 powered airgun is semi-automatic, which should make for some great fast fire action. The CX4's styling is best described as tactical, and its synthetic stock is surprisingly functional. The drop-down pistol grip and long forend make for a comfortable hold, and the cheek support is high enough whether using open sights or the supplied telescopic sight. One obvious feature of this gun stock is its numerous accessory rails. There's one on the top, one on each side and one underneath, and I can see a lot of shooters wanting to fit a laser sight to one of them to take full advantage of this Beretta's fast fire plinking potential. At 78 centimetres long and weighing around 2.5 kilos unscoped, this is a very manageable airgun, which is good news because you're going to want to shoot it freehand. It's fairly well balanced, and its proportions mean it's not going to be too much of a handful for junior shooters. The XT kit is absolutely rammed with extras and includes a silencer that fits to the barrel by means of 2 grub screws. The muzzle report still makes quite a pop with it fitted, but it does provide some sound suppression, and I reckon it certainly improves the gun's looks. You also get a neat vertical forend grip that fastens to the lower accessory rail. It makes for a really good hold when shooting freehand, and also features a very clever pop-out bipod. Simply press the button at the rear of the grip and 2 legs spring out to provide added support. If that's not enough, the kit also includes a Beretta branded 4x32 scope with an integral one-piece mount which features yet more accessory rails. It's a very compact, fairly bright mil-dot scope with finger adjustable turrets. The package comes in a very tough lined plastic hard case. It's a great way to keep the kit safe and organised, but there is one snag. You need to remove the silencer and shift the scope into a position that really is too far forwards for shooting to fit it in there. Although it's supplied with a telescopic sight, the CX4 Storm does come with open sights fitted. The rear element is adjustable for windage by Allen key, and the front element is adjustable for elevation by screw, and tools come supplied. The opens lend themselves brilliantly to fast fire plinking, and the peep-through one-piece mount means you can still use them with the telescopic sight fitted. For all its extras, this airgun's standout feature has to be its semi-automatic firing cycle. It's fed by a 30-shot belt magazine, which works brilliantly as long as you remember to use the supplied probe to ensure that pellets are properly seated before clipping it into the pistol grip. When the mag runs empty, simply press the button on the left of the pistol grip to release its retainer and pull it out for reloading. Reloading those 30 pellets is a rigmarole, but then that's the price you pay for rapid fire shooting. That fast fire performance is driven by a blowback action. It's great fun to use and has been very reliable over the weeks that I've been testing it. The trigger is quite heavy, but that's not a problem. The last thing you want on a semi-automatic is a very light trigger. There's also a manual safety catch conveniently positioned just above the trigger blade. The Beretta CX4 Storm is powered by an 88 gram CO2 capsule. Push in the buttons on either side of the butt plate and it pulls out to expose the port that the capsule screws into. Simply screw it in a clockwise direction until it locks in position and then push the butt plate back in. With the gun gassed up, it's time to clip up with a full magazine, pull back the cocking lever and push off the safety catch, and you're ready to let rip. Expect around 200 shots before it's time to replace the CO2 capsule. The test gun has been producing power levels of around 5 foot-pounds. Umarex state it as being closer to 6 foot-pounds, and you can expect some variation depending on your pellet choice. It's a sensible power level for backyard plinking, but don't expect to be toppling knockdown targets at long range. The CX4 has a smooth barrel, and groups of around an inch at 12 metres were the norm for me. So, it isn't a precision paper puncher, and it doesn't have the power or accuracy to tackle live quarry. but then that isn't what it's intended for. This is an out-and-out fun gun, and it's perfectly suited to high-speed tin toppling. Priced at £420, this is not a cheap plinking package, but the XT kit does come with a lot of extras, including silencer, scope and carry case. And the CX4 Storm isn't your everyday backyard plinker. Most importantly though, it's just great fun to shoot.